Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our reading for Leo for May 2022. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could certainly have planets in the sign of Leo. I know some of you I already know some of you do. Some of you are just intuitively guided. Many of you. So I just want to say whatever brought you, welcome. All right, let's get into your reading. We're going to start with the Mother Mary. And we're going to get our words of wisdom. We'll read it at the end. But I definitely like to feel the energy in the beginning of your reading. So, everything is already pre-shuffled. I just like to give it a couple shuffles with you here. And let's begin. Many of you know I have many Leos in my life that I love. Many are gone. My mother, August 5th. My son, August 12th. My grandson, July 23rd. And my boyfriend is on the cusp of August. He's August 23rd. So he's right on the cusp. All right, we have hope. Hope. Hope reminds me of the Star card. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Hope. Got to keep hope alive. All right, we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Again, pre-shuffled, but we'll go ahead and give him a couple shuffles. Don't forget to check out your year in review. I know I keep saying it, but it's there. It's something like you keep in your back pocket. And don't forget to check out your life path number, your personal year number. You know, it's all in my playlist. The more that you can know this information, I feel the easier life becomes. Or because, why? Because we understand so much more. Okay. Should take a moment. And let's begin. Alright, we open your reading with the Eight of Swords. Not great. But it is the first card, so that's good. Eight of Swords is a self-created prison. It's where I'm trying to protect myself from getting hurt. Which is your choice, right? This is about the self. The self has to make the decision. But this prison that we created, what it's really doing is it's keeping opportunity from you, or it's keeping you from seeing it, noticing it. You know, it's like blessings, small and large. We can't forget about the small ones. So, I don't know. Let's see. Number 8. We have the 9 of Wands. So, I feel like, you know, it's like you're breaking down a brick wall. It's like you're kicking down a brick wall. And I feel like that's your spirit. You know, like your spirit is talking to your humanness, saying that, you know, whatever these walls are, we don't need them. We can handle it. 9 of Wands, I feel like it's really been a spiritual journey. And it's about not giving up, right? It is about reflection also. 9 is always about reflection. He's looking right over at the person in the Eight of Swords. And if you notice, this person is completely naked, right? But feels like they're hiding themselves from the world. Like, if I don't turn around, they can't see me. But we can. It's so funny. All of a sudden, it reminded me of America's Funniest Home Videos, where they had a German Shepherd in the front seat, and he wanted to go for a car ride, and the owner's like, come out, I can see you. And he just held perfectly still, like, if I don't move, she can't see me. It's interesting, though we could all see him. You know, I feel for a lot of you, this is just saying you're a lot stronger than you think you are. And it is through these experiences that you really learn that about yourself. You know, I feel the energy of, like, lessons. We have the Three of Cups. Well, that's something to celebrate. Hope. Don't give up hope. Don't hide from the world. Don't hide your uniqueness from the world. You know, a lot of times we're told our uniqueness is not good enough, pretty enough, handsome enough, this, that, blah, 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 right? But then when we really go on that path of truly finding ourselves, and that's why I said go into this playlist and listen to your life path number. Doesn't matter when they're made. That's for the rest of your life, and your personal year numbers also. You know, it's like the more you can know yourself, I feel like the more comfortable you are sharing it with the world. So anyways, it feels like there's something that's on its way, something that's going to give you reason to celebrate. I do feel like you have to turn around and kind of face the world. I don't think it's as scary as you think it's going to be, whatever this potential change, new beginning is. We have the Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Bring this back a little. There we go. You know, this queen, her path is all about learning who she is, learning her unique self, finding her voice, not being afraid to use her voice, using that sword to cut ties, right? That is what she does. And showing as a queen, it tells me that she knows that she can do it. You know, look at her eyes, like she has, I guess it's a mask, but her eyes are open. Sorry about that, for those of you with headphones on. Alright, let's go above the Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. Well, I feel like some of you are afraid of love. I feel like some of you are blocking love. Definitely some of you are blocking it with purpose. And maybe, you know, listen, no one's telling you what to do. I don't feel like... I feel like if you do, let's look at this in another way. In the Nine of Wands, I often feel this is where we have become, if we can see it, truly a spirit warrior. A spirit warrior. She looks like a spirit warrior, doesn't she? She's got angel wings, but she's got a sword. What was I saying? Anyway, I feel like You know, when we start to realize that about ourselves, another way of putting it is that you are not just this human being, right? Flesh. You are also spirit. More importantly, you are spirit having a human experience, having human experiences. And why? To help your soul expand and grow. And remember, whatever learned or conquered, however you want to look at it, in this lifetime, you know, you come back in another, you don't have to repeat it. So I feel like let's deal with it now and cut whatever ties to this Eight of Swords energy because it's not serving you. It's your right, but it's not serving you. All right, so the Knight of Cups. Unexpected. You know, you can't really plan this. So I feel like let that go. Like, let go of the expectations of trying to plan it. And instead, you know, I feel like when we're just busy living, that's when life happens to us. So anyway, let's see what comes besides this Knight. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. She's looking right at that Knight. We have the Page of Cups. It's interesting because I'm picking up just a little message of, I feel like there's someone who probably has maybe divorced. And I feel like, I don't know, you know, let's just put it this way. I feel like there was love. And I feel like, I don't think the love is gone. But I think something happened to sever the relationship, let's just say. But I feel like there's someone here who potentially is pregnant and may be giving that news. Maybe nervous how it may be received. So I think that energy is here. Yet at the same time, there's energy to celebrate it around it. So I feel like it's good. It's good, though it could be scary at the same time. Could even be someone who's single. You know what I mean? But I feel like your guides are saying, you got this. You can do this. Okay. I just felt like that was a little message. We have the Fool. The Fool is mirrored by the Knight of Cups. The Fool is brand new. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. The Fool takes a chance, takes a leap. You know, I feel like, listen, I know this Knight is bringing you some type of fulfillment. I know that. Especially with hope here. I know that. I know that within that energy, it's an opportunity to start anew. Again, the Eight of Swords down here, you know, that self-created prison. I feel like, you know, first of all, I feel like your guides are strong in this reading, saying that, like, you've got this, and allow energy to flow to you also. It's almost like I feel like I'm suffocating myself in a way. But anyways, I do feel like somehow your guides reach you. Somehow you come to this conclusion that this is not serving you. And whatever is next, whatever is about to start flowing into your life. And I feel like once you say yes to it, it should fill you up emotionally. And I feel in the best ways, you know. Page of Cups can be your inner child also. And feeling that energy, you know, it's where you're feeling carefree. It reminds me of a relationship my daughter's going through, right? And, you know, like sometimes you want to rush something, and I'm like, just enjoy every moment, because every moment is magical, you know what I mean, for them right now. So, and it's building a foundation. Anyway, all right, well, that tells you why the Eight of Swords was created, based, I feel like we already kind of knew this, but this is based pain of the heart, right? Some type of like stab in the heart, probably romantically. Can be more than that, because I feel like what it did is it robbed you a little bit of your self-confidence, of your voice, that type of thing. So, you know, like I did try, Sandy, and I got my heart broken. Well, I guess just from my experience, you know, like I've gotten my heart broken many times. And I'm glad, you know, for a period, you give up for a little bit. And I think that's okay, like to take that time out. But then getting like, and then it happens again. You know what I mean? And then you fall in love again. So that's what I'm saying. Like here, I'm trying to keep it away from me. Um, but it's based on the past. It's like the Nine of Wands, the person Nine of Wands looking back at the Eight of Swords and saying, we do not want to carry that energy with us. Okay, but I feel like it's showing you, you know, it's dealing with the heart. We have the Six of Wands, the energy of victory, of overcoming. This is a time also where I feel like, you know, where you're in the spotlight, where you're in the forefront, where people are looking up to you. You know, and I feel like that's why it's saying just hang in there. Hang in there. Don't give up. Don't give up. And listen, this doesn't even have to be about love. This is going to talk about anything in your life that maybe didn't work out the way you saw it or wanted it, but maybe it's going to work out differently. Maybe with the same person, maybe with the same job, or maybe not at all. Maybe it's something completely new. We have the Queen of Cups. We have three queens out. Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. She looks like she's heading to the altar. I can tell you one thing. This Knight of Cups, who's bringing in a cup, she is holding. She is now holding. It kind of makes sense that she'd follow the Queen of Swords, because the Queen here, and I feel like you're all the queens, by the way, male or female, but I feel like this Queen, you know, she had to use that sword on this Eight of Swords, right? She had to open her eyes, and she does. And how beautiful. We have the Fool, right? Okay, this is asking for a new beginning. The Fool is bringing that new beginning, and it's saying that the problems or the energy of the past is not part of, or should be, of your present day or your future, or at least it doesn't have to be. A lot of that is up to you, because again, the Eight of Swords, the only one who can uncreate it is you. No one else. Not even your guides. They can illuminate it for you. They can try to reach you through signs, through messages, through your mind, that type of thing. When you're kind of closed off to the world. But will you pay attention? I feel like when signs come, if you miss it, they come bigger the next time. I kind of missed that one, or I doubted it. And so then it comes even bigger. You know what I mean? Like if something needs to get through, it's going to find its way. Well, hello, King of Cups, sitting right next to the Queen of Cups. Queen and King of Cups. So I have to say this. I definitely feel down here we are talking about love. I love that they came out together, because to me that means it's very like-minded energy. In the Eight of Swords, maybe it was very different type of energy, like type of energy where you didn't fit in, you didn't feel right, you didn't feel good, you didn't feel good about yourself, all of that. But the strength and the willingness to see that, I don't know. I just feel I feel like this king and queen are meant to be together. We have the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Three of Wands is, it's something new has started. It's taken a step, like putting my foot into the water. Three of Wands is your viewpoint on the world and what it can be. This is a positive viewpoint. This is optimism. Versus the Eight of Swords is quite the opposite. So, it's almost like, have I been fighting myself, feeling like this uncomfortableness, this resistance within myself? If that's the case, listen, it's just like your higher self trying to reach you to, have you look in the mirror so that you can be free of that. And the Fool is certainly free. For some of you, is this someone of the past? Probably, because that's life. That happens all the time. And what I want to say with that is the same thing I felt in another reading is, okay, so we know that I ended up with heartache for whatever the reason in a past relationship, let's say. And if it comes back around, how do I want to look at that? Do I move into it? Well, I think if you don't see, if you weren't willing to look at all parts, what really was going on, so that there can be real change, so that there can be, forever. But there has to be an understanding, and I feel like if two people come back together and nothing has changed, well, you're going to have the same results, chances are. But if we come to the table in the Fool's energy, willing to take a chance on each other, willing to put the past in the past, I feel like then, I put my money on you. All right. Let's look at this Knight of Cups. Well, hello. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. The devil usually represents temptation. You know, I'm tempted towards a certain type of energy. This could certainly be answering another question for you, like why do I keep getting the bad boy, the bad girl? Because not to put it on you, but who else do you put it on, right? It's like we can't blame, like, for my choices in life. I can blame my mother, right? But the truth is that I'm making these decisions, right? This is my life. And what I'm trying to say is, I feel like for a period, maybe we go through this, right, where we're tempted back to the same energy again. And we get the same results. And maybe it gets worse every time. I don't know. I don't know how it could get better, right? Like, I think after the second time, it's like, okay. But, to each their own. Anyway. And I feel like that's exactly why some of you have a block up. You know what I mean? Like, you do not want to be tempted back into that same energy. What you need to look at it differently. You know what I mean? Like, the more that you understand and have real clarity about a situation, and the more that you find your power and your voice again, your uniqueness, and start to, live from that energy, the less fearful you become of dark energy trying, like coming up against you. Because if it's on a different vibrational level, it can't reach you. And that you can trust in. But when we ourselves are in, does it make sense? I don't know. Like, it's like, I feel like when we're in darker energy, does it not seem to like keep coming back? Maybe we're meant to, at that point, try to find our light. Some of you, it's a Capricorn. I know there's some Capricorn, like, what the hell? Say Capricorn. When I see the image of the devil in many of the tarot cards, I think of the Lovers. And I think of them like being influenced. Wow. He really hung on to that horn. I love when the train goes by when I'm doing a reading. I feel like it's your guides, like, just like waving to you. Those who've crossed over, like, I feel like they're letting themselves be known. So, okay, we have the Page of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. Well, this feels like, to me, someone has found their voice. This feels to me that someone is using their voice. They're learning to really use their voice. They're learning to stand up for themselves. They're learning about themselves, their own uniqueness to the world. I feel like some of you, like, you're surprised that other people look to you for like your wisdom or what have you. Like, you're surprised by that, but you radiate it, right? When you allow it. These soul family members will find their way to you. And many times it's because of your experiences. So I feel like, I feel a couple things. I feel like this is an energy where I keep getting tempted back to it, and it is not good for me. Maybe I've given it 3 times. I say 3 strikes and you're out. You know what I mean? I feel like now someone is saying that. And I think they're successful. You know, I do feel like some of you may have cut ties with someone again, and it may be like a repeating pattern. Like, why do they keep coming back? Because I haven't raised my own vibration. Because I still, you know, have created these walls of protection that really are holding me back. You know what I mean? Because I feel like once when you do energy work, and once your energy is strong, I feel like it's almost like I don't have to say a word. You can just know when I walk in a room, I don't have to open my mouth, right? That's energy. You know, it's reminding me of like when I was a kid and my brothers and sisters, you know, were all goofing around, and then my dad would walk into the room and he wouldn't have to say a word and we'd all just stop. We have the Seven of Cups. Excuse me. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. We're getting a lot of pages, a lot of queens, a lot of pages. This page is about knowledge. It's gaining practical and spiritual knowledge. It's about creating a foundation for myself. Many times it's opening yourself up, like it's like, you know, like going to take a class, like following your interest and building as you go along. I know many of you, like, you know, and I feel like God uses us in this way, like our past experiences, once we can find true understanding in it and around it, then all of a sudden we find ourselves helping others who are in similar situations. And I feel like that's exactly what's meant to happen. Many of you have created businesses from it. I know many of you are songwriters and you've written lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, you know, many of your authors. Ten of Cups coming out over that Eight of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. This is a lot of past energy of other people, that other people's words, actions, communication that is stuck with you, right? And it can even be current, but it feels like it's like continued with me. And I feel like because I myself have not cut the ties to it yet, right? And I cannot cut the ties without complete understanding of it. So I feel like, you know, it does feel like it's almost like karmic lessons following me around. Like I can't get out of them, but I can complete them. You know, I feel like this is the energy of moving away from anything, any type of any type of toxic energy that affects how you make your decisions about you and your life. You know, you're meant to have all kinds of experiences. You're meant to fall in love. You're meant to fall out of love. You know, you're meant to fall in love again. You're meant to create. You know what I mean? You're meant to nurture. You're meant to share. I feel like I'm coming out of a slump. We have the Three of Wands. It's funny with 3 wands on the bottom of the deck too. I just noticed how like this corner of the card, it's almost like I ran over it with my chair. 3 of Wands. How am I going to look at my life? Can I see the positive? Even if it's just an inkling. Can I chase that inkling? Am I willing? This is your intention. Again, I feel like many of you have recently made probably some life-changing decisions. You know, what no longer works just no longer works. So I feel like you are making some life-changing decisions, and I feel like because of that, it's kind of like you're opening the door to the universe, right? It's like, okay, she's coming out at the 8 of Swords, she's coming out. Remember, if you don't come out of the 8 of Swords, where do you go next? The 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords can be really isolation, can be depression. The 9 of Swords, you know, I feel like it's a lot of worry. It's unnecessary worry. It's worry of doom. The feeling, you know, like that panic type thing. Again, unnecessary. It's my mind. It's my thoughts. And I start to believe them. Remember, we can believe our own lies. Our mind can lie. Our thoughts can tell us a lie. We've got to know. You know, almost always it's not as bad. The change that we are so afraid of is not as bad as we usually think, right? It leads us somewhere that changes our life for the better. And I feel like that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. Just because you fear the 10 of Cups, maybe you fear that you can't have it, it doesn't make it so. I don't feel like I know it doesn't make it so. Your intention, what's mirroring that, your intention, how you look at it. Over this Queen of Swords, again, you know, her eyes are wide open. I feel like it's important to say that. Her eyes are wide open. Do I think this is going from the Fool to the 10 of Cups? Probably not. Could it? Why couldn't it? I mean, it could. Again, you know, I feel like sometimes we try to move things too quickly. But when I jump down here, you know, the Queen and the King of Cups coming together, right? Over this Knight of Cups. Over something that we celebrate. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. Another Knight. This Knight is usually bringing us some type of communication in. Can be a truth, right? But it's in reverse. I have to say, for some of you, you could have like put your life on hold, waiting for another to, it's almost like mature, to be what you need. Here's the thing though, I don't think they can be what you need, because I feel like what you deserve is so much better. It's so much better. So I feel like if I'm sitting here waiting for communication from someone who has broken my heart, probably over and over again, I'm in a rut. I'm in a cycle, like I'm in a circle, a vortex, right? But I can get out of that. Because I feel like they cannot be who you want them to be. But that doesn't mean someone out there can't be what you need. They cannot even be what you need. Still doesn't make it easy. I get it. Maybe I thought in here with them, I was going to have this 10 of Cups, right? Start a family or merge a family, potentially, you know, definitely committing to each other. This is a loving, happy home, lots of laughter and joy. Doesn't mean they don't have their challenges within this house of harmony. They do, but they work together. And then boom, we come down to the Queen and King of Cups, right? Their natural energy. So it's almost like maybe I wanted it with someone else, but it didn't go there, right? Because that person just doesn't have that potential. But here's somebody who does. Again, I don't care what your sign is. This is about like-minded energy. Sometimes I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to call me, to reach out to me, and they don't. And I wait and I wait, and it makes you feel sick, doesn't it? It makes you feel sick. It makes you start to think that you're not good enough. There's something wrong with you, when that's not the case. It's not even about you. It's about them and their lack. It's not your lack. It's their lack. Nothing we can do about that. Except decide, do I want to wait? Do I want to sit here? Because I feel like as I wait for this, am I missing life? Am I missing my life, my opportunities, my chance to have joy and happiness and true love? I shouldn't have to wait for someone to reach out. If they don't want to reach out, so be it. So be it. I'm not saying go right out and fall in love. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I do feel like it's important that we see this and then potentially cut it if we can. Because again, it's like I just feel like someone is just, and I feel like you are sitting there and in your head, it's like you're having this conversation, like you're waiting for that call and you already know what you're going to say. And I feel like as time goes by, it gets, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. I get it. I feel like I got to take a couple deep breaths. You deserve better. Well, we have another page. Look at this, 3 pages in a row. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Here, I'm really learning who I am, my uniqueness, my voice. In the Pentacles, I'm learning how I can bring it to the world, how I can strengthen my own foundation. This is where I allow, I feel like the Page of Pentacles is a very relaxed type of energy. It's where I'm following, like something is piquing my interest, and I feel like this is where I start building my own foundation, my own Pentacles. And the Page of Wands is very much like the Fool. Very much like the Fool. And what I mean by that is I feel like the Page of Wands is our risk taker. I feel like our Page of Wands is the one who will put something into action. All right, let's look at the King and Queen. Don't forget hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Well, we already know that's so. We have the 4 of Pentacles and we have the World. You know what this feels like to me? It's like someone like this Queen and King live in the same place. Now, I don't mean in the same house, but I mean like in the same town. Or somehow I feel like they're connected. There's a connection. Maybe it's not even in the same place, but maybe we're in the same You know, like chat room. Do they still have chat rooms? That type of, I don't know. I feel like there's something where it's like we're at the same place at the same time. And then the world. Well, hello, world. You know, the world is the next chapter that you get to write any way you want to. This is when your spirituality is really coming alive. This is when you walk hand in hand, not only with this lover, but with your spirit and your humanness, right? It's when you allow and understand that your spirit is the one who's having this human experience, and you don't need to fear it. You have so much love and help around you all the time. You have your guides, you have your angels, you have God. I mean, you have so much help around you. Take advantage of it. It's like, it's like, I don't know. It's like starving to death even though my cupboards are full of food. I don't know. So, anyways, the world. It is the next chapter, and I feel like it's the perfect ending to this reading because it does feel like the next chapter. Again, we have the Fool, so I know that you're clearing some energy. I know that you're clearing it. I hope it's that Eight of Swords. Again, a self-created prison. If someone doesn't want me, someone doesn't want me. I can't make them want me. But that's them. What I'm trying to tell you is, someone does want you. Someone will want you. But don't you want to be the best you that you can be at the same time? Because remember, your vibration is what's attracting to you, and vice versa. I don't even feel like I need to give you this little whatever I'm giving you, like a speech, because I feel like with the Queen and King here, they feel like they're in harmony. They feel like ultimately here is harmony. So do I feel like you can have this Ten of Cups? Yes. Do I feel like it exists with this person who broke your heart over and over again? No. No, I do not. Now, that's up to you though, right? That's your choice. And I'm not saying, 100% something can't work. But what I am saying is, be honest with yourself. Like, look at, like, if someone is like ghosting you or what have you, and they're hurting you on purpose, I don't know. I, as your friend, I don't want you to be hurt. I want you to have true joy. And again, your guide just saying there is something coming in. There is a reason to celebrate again, but you have to get yourself there. You have to get to the Fool's energy. Once you get to the Fool's energy, it's like all opens up. And I feel like anyone who held that power of the past with you, no longer. I know you don't know that until you get here. So you have to trust. You have to have hope, right? But you also have to put action. You also have to have the truth, reality, be honest with yourself. And that's it. That's it. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I am going to read Hope. Hope. I don't know why. It reminds me, all of a sudden, I was thinking the Days of Our Lives when I was, oh my God, long time ago. I used to watch that, and there was a Hope and Bo, I think. Where is Hope? Okay. This is a message about retaining hope, even if you have no idea how your situation could resolve itself. Jesus taught about the importance and the power of faith, and your circumstances require it. A person who carries hope in his or her heart is trusting in God's plan. This translates into someone who is happy, relaxed, and easygoing, which is a winning and magnetic personality that attracts helpful people and golden opportunities. This card asks you to remain optimistic about your future and to continue giving worries, cares, insecurities, and other forms of fear to God, who will heal them. In answers to your prayers for increased hope and faith, spiritual help is available to bolster your positive outlook. Beautiful. And I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. Of course, my gratitude and all the ways you support my channel. I thank you. Thank you for your donations, your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your comments, helping others. We think we have it bad when then I read a comment about a mother whose child is suffering, and it puts everything in perspective. And, I guess why I'm saying that is because I love how we can all pull together and try to help, at least with our energy and our prayers, help each other in that way. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. So, anyways, I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.